The Premier League, a battlefield where legends are forged. Thierry Henry, Cristiano Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, Alan Shearer, icons who defined eras, warriors who left their mark. The English top flight has been home to some of football's greatest gladiators, but in the kingdom of legends, only one can wear the crown. Ask the world who the greatest Premier League player of all time is, and just two names echo through history: Cristiano Ronaldo, Thierry Henry. Yet, the throne may not be theirs alone anymore. A new challenger has risen. A new king demands recognition. A usurper has entered the gates of the Premier League. Mo Salah, the Egyptian king, may now be Premier League royalty. Okay, I can feel the pain of 1,000 swords in my back like that one meme. But I'm not here to suggest that Salah is the greatest Premier League player of all time. I'm simply here to just start the conversation and discussion. I mean, it's the least he deserves, right? There is no doubt that from 2017-18, Mohamed Salah has been one of the faces of the Premier League. Year on year consistency, winning multiple trophies with Liverpool, breaking record after record after record. The list goes on. He has been Liverpool's main man. Always high up the goal scoring charts, always high up the assist leaderboards. His overall game has been immense. And that brings us to the argument. If Henry and Ronaldo are talked about as the best ever in the league's history, why can't Salah? The question is a simple one, yet it carries so much weight. Why can't Mohamed Salah be considered among the very best the Premier League has ever seen? After all, if we're talking about consistency over a large stretch of time, Salah's name is one of the first to be in the conversation. Let's just start with the basics. Salah's impact on Liverpool since joining the club in 2017 is undeniable. The Egyptian king arrived at Anfield with a point to prove, and well, has he proven it? In his first season alone, he netted a record-breaking 32 goals, securing the Golden Boot and establishing himself as one of the Premier League's most dominant forwards. People called him out as a one-season wonder at the time, but that's been far from reality now. In fact, since then, Salah has maintained a level of consistency that many players would envy. His goal-scoring record is nothing short of extraordinary. He's been Liverpool's top scorer year after year, with his tally of goals often reaching the high 20s or even 30s in some seasons. He's not just been a one-season wonder. He's a constant threat. Even in seasons where Liverpool as a team weren't firing in all cylinders, Salah was still there, carrying the team forward with his goals and assists. And in fact, he has more Premier League goals than both Thierry Henry and Ronaldo. But it's not just about goals. Salah has transformed into a more complete player over the years. His assists and link-up play have improved, making him more than just a goal scorer. He's become a creator, a provider, someone who can single-handedly change the course of a game with a brilliant assist or a perfectly timed pass. His ability to turn up in big moments, whether it's in the Premier League or the Champions League, is a testament to his mentality and his stature as one of the Premier League's finest. And he has more assists than Henry and Ronaldo too. And when you start comparing him to those legends like Henry and Ronaldo, you can't ignore the numbers. Henry's aura, pace and finesse made him a unique talent in the Premier League, and Ronaldo's combination of power, precision and drive made him a force to be reckoned with. But Salah has had a similar impact. His goal scoring consistency mirrors that of Ronaldo, while his fluid and direct attacking style echoes Henry's best qualities. Salah has managed to blend the best attributes of both of them while adding his own unique flair, and that's why he deserves to be at least in the conversation. Ronaldo was a goal scoring powerhouse, Henry was an enigma, and Salah is a goal scoring enigma. Let's just take a look at the lists of records he has. Mo Salah is the only player in Premier League history to have 10 plus goals and 10 plus assists in 6 different seasons. Mo Salah is the only player in Premier League history to score 10 plus goals and provide 10 plus assists in 4 consecutive seasons. Mo Salah is the Premier League player with the most games where he has both scored and assisted in the same game. Mo Salah is the first player in Premier League history to score or assist in 12 consecutive games, twice. Mo Salah is the first player in Premier League history to score 10 goals and assists in 10 games before Christmas. Mo Salah became the first player in Premier League history to both score and assist in the same game in 8 different matches in a Premier League season during Liverpool's game against West Ham on December 29th, 2024. And 5 players managed 7 games. Alan Shearer, Thierry Henry, Robin van Persie, Harry Kane and Bruno Fernandes. Mo Salah has the most goal contributions in a single month, 14, achieved in December 2024, beating the previous record held by Luis Suarez, who had 13. Mo Salah has scored 9 goals on the opening day of the Premier League. Alan Shearer, Wayne Rooney and Frank Lampard come next with 8 goals each. His 32 goals in 2017-18 saw Mo Salah become the first player to outscore 3 Premier League teams in a single season. Mo Salah is the highest scoring African player in Premier League history, a record previously held by Didier Drogba. In 2017-2018, Mo Salah scored against 17 Premier League teams in a single season. Only 2 other players have matched that in a league of 20 teams, Ian Wright and Robin van Persie. Mo Salah holds the record for most consecutive winning appearances in the Premier League, recording 33 straight victories from March 2019 to February 2020. Mo Salah won 3 Premier League Player of the Month awards in 2017-18, the first to win that many awards in a single season, later equalled by Marcus Rashford. And there were many other records that I could say that I missed out on as well, but we'd be here all day. Now, let's talk about the trophies. The argument from anyone discussing the greatest Premier League players is that it's not just about individual brilliance, it's about what you've won. And Salah has not been short on success. Since his arrival at Liverpool, he's won the Premier League, the Champions League, the FA Cup, and the League Cup twice. In fact, if Salah goes on to win the Premier League this season, he will have equalled Henry's Premier League total, and he will actually have more trophies at Liverpool than Henry did at Arsenal. The Premier League title win was especially sweet for Liverpool fans after a 30-year drought. It was Salah's goals, his clutch performances, and his leadership that helped propel the team to glory. And let's not forget about that Champions League win in 2019. Salah's penalty in the final against Tottenham was the start of a memorable victory that secured Liverpool's place among Europe's elite. And you can call him a pen merchant, but to score in such a pressurised situation is not as easy as it sounds. And now, in 24-25, the Egyptian is on his way to another record-breaking season. He is within reach of breaking the assist record in a single season and the most goal contributions in a single season too. This will undoubtedly secure him as the greatest individual Premier League season of all time. In terms of the individual recognition, Salah has been a fixture in the Premier League's PFA Team of the Year and has won numerous Player of the Month and Player of the Year awards. These accolades aren't just given out for fun, they are earned through sustained excellence. The record Salah has broke speak volumes, and his ability to maintain a high level of performance year and year out, and he is likely to add even more to this ever-growing wall of accolades this season. Now, I can already hear the counter-argument already. People will say, but Henry and Ronaldo did it in a more competitive era. But I don't think that's true. The Premier League has evolved since the days when Henry and Ronaldo were at their peak. Nearly every team in the league has their own superstar. Just look at Wolves. Matheus Cunha is a forward for a relegation battling side, but he could very much start up front for any of the Premier League's traditional Big Six. And for a lack of better wording, the middle class of the Premier League is better than it's ever been. Teams like Newcastle, Aston Villa and West Ham all competing in Europe over the years, and now teams like Bournemouth are chasing Champions League participation. So just because the so-called big teams haven't been at their best does not mean the league is weak. And let's not pretend that Salah hasn't faced his own challenges either. When he arrived in the Premier League, the league was as competitive as ever, at least on the top end. The rise of Manchester City under Pep Guardiola made it almost impossible to win the league. If it wasn't for the talent of Salah, Pep would have 6 Premier League titles in a row, not 4. And let's not forget the pressure Salah faced when he joined Liverpool. He was labelled a Premier League flop from his time at Chelsea, and many players would have crumbled under that weight of expectation of coming back to a league to prove yourself, especially when they cost a significant fee and were expected to be the face of a team. Salah, however, thrived under that pressure. He was brought in as a marquee signing and immediately delivered. From the moment he pulled on that Liverpool shirt, he became an icon. That kind of pressure can break players, but Salah turned it into his fuel for success. It's also important to note that Salah's contribution extends beyond the pitch. He is a role model for millions of young fans around the world. His work off the pitch, particularly his charitable contributions and the way he carries himself, has only elevated his status. He's a figurehead of Egyptian football and a symbol of pride for his country. His influence now reaches far beyond the game, and that's what sets him apart from many others and puts him into the category alongside Ronaldo and Henry. Sure, we can argue about whether Salah is the greatest Premier League player of all time. That's a debate for another day. But what cannot be argued is that Salah is without a doubt one of the best to ever play in the league. His consistency, his record-breaking feats, his trophies and his overall impact on the Premier League make him deserving of a place in the conversation. Whether he ultimately takes the crown from Ronaldo or Henry is a matter of personal opinion, but his case is strong. The Premier League is a league filled with incredible talent, and to be mentioned in the same breath as Henry and Ronaldo is an achievement in itself. Mo Salah has done just that. He may not be the definitive greatest of all time in many people's eyes, but his place among the legends of the Premier League is firmly cemented. The Egyptian king may not sit on the throne just yet, but he's knocking on the door, and it's a door that'll be hard to close. So let's start the conversation. Is Salah the greatest Premier League player of all time? Maybe. Maybe not. If not, what will it take? Could his impending Ballon d'Or win be the catalyst to put him at the peak of Premier League history? I think Premier League old heads, they'll always take Henry. Football purists will always take Ronaldo, and perhaps modern fans will look to Mohamed Salah. But what is certain is that he's made his mark in a way that few can rival, and for that, he deserves to be remembered as one of the league's all-time greats. And if you think he is the all-time great, you definitely have a strong case. Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more content, and like the video. We'll see you in the next one.